Denver is the 7th most expensive city compared to the top 50 cities in the United States. The median price of a home in Denver was $659,000 in February of this year. Fast forward to today, it has risen to $745,000. This resulted in a 22% rate of appreciation year to date. So, for example, if you had purchased a $500,000 home last year, today it would be worth about $600,000. Now, in my opinion, the quality of life in Denver to raise a family is the best in the United States. The cost of living in Denver is actually below the national average, so things like food, utilities, restaurants, etc. will be comparable to other areas. It's basically not going to be that much different from where you're coming from, especially if you live in a major city. Now, compared to New York and LA, Denver is about 40% less expensive in all aspects of living. Having lived all over the country, Denver is the most exciting, young, innovative, and growing city I have ever lived in. Most people come here and usually wind up renting. The following number would apply to a one-bedroom, which would cost you about $1,800 a month, versus a 2 or 3 bedroom, which would be around $3,200 per month. It's not a bad idea to rent to decide where you want to live. On the other hand, it will cost you money and you will lose a minimum of about 6% appreciation towards the end of 2022. Colorado has an increased demand that is estimated will continue for the next 3 to 5 years. The cost of rent in Denver is about 46% less than New York and LA. If you were to buy an apartment in Denver, you would probably pay a minimum of about $500 per square foot. If you multiply that by 1,500 square feet, an apartment would cost you around $750,000. Denver continues to lead the country in appreciation. The question I keep getting is, should I buy now or wait till the fall or even next year? Let's unpack it to find out what's really going on in the marketplace. Go back to March, we had very little inventory, and homes were selling literally the same day they were listed. This created a bidding war due to the lack of inventory, resulting in the homes selling for way above asking price, which caused buyer fatigue, resulting in some families just giving up. In June, things are quite different. We have almost double the amount of inventory, with fewer buyers in the market. That's the good news. The bad news is the Feds raised the interest rates to around 6% to combat inflation. For the first time in the history of the MLS, there were as many price reductions as there were listings. This is a first and demonstrates that sellers do not understand what's happening in the market. In March, for example, people were foregoing inspections and paying for an appraisal gap, meaning if the home did not appraise, the buyer would have to cover the difference, resulting in increasing the cost of the home by many thousands. Today, it's almost normal. Buyers can negotiate repairs with inspections. Homes would appraise since the prices were in line with value. Best of all, a buyer has a choice of more than one home in a certain part of town. In conclusion, the time to buy is now. Number one, you could actually take your time and find the right home. You can really negotiate, well, maybe not the price, but the repairs on the home. And your home will appraise because values are more in line with asking price. We suggest the summer is a great time to buy because we know where the interest rates are, and you will actually save money because you are not fighting a bidding war and paying way over asking price. We recommend having an interview with the right lender who will tailor your loan to the needs. There are simply too many options that you will not understand. Armed with this information, you can narrow down your search to specific neighborhoods with a price that fits your budget. And last but not least, find a realtor who is qualified to find the best home for you and your family.